Hello, my name is Hudson Waddles. I'm a sophomore at Oka University, and this is my semester of studying abroad at Kansai Gaida University in Japan. This is my weekly ish method of keeping track of everything I've done, everything I will do, and hopefully inspire someone else to study abroad because I think everyone should do it. And even though I still agree with that, being home is nice. That being said, I now have, let's see if I have it on the clock. All right, I have 1 hour and 59 minutes until I have 5 days left here in Japan, which is a bizarre thought because around this time last year, this was just a thought. This is just an idea. Just getting the process, getting the ball rolling was a year long process, which is bizarre. Actually, I think it's November is when I started thinking about coming here. So even longer, but still, to have it be that long ago, and now I'm just ending it. It's weird to think about. Hi, it has been 5 days since I've recorded, and it is the night of the 13th. Happy birthday, Moon. It's Tuesday, and I've got to go over 5 days from Friday to today. And thankfully, not a whole lot went on between those couple days, but a lot of housekeeping stuff. And I actually decided to talk today versus yesterday because I had a test this morning. Digital, but still test nonetheless, because the other 2 days were not that exciting. But I digress. Friday, Friday morning is uh, Japanese, and I was able to get my test in. I actually made waking up yesterday a lot more relaxing because I didn't have to go to the test because I had signed up for Friday, and it was genuinely pretty easy. So the first section was just the written and like sentences and stuff. They was taking from rules from all across the semester, and we were just trying our best to create the sentences and translate and answer questions in the written language. Unfortunately for me, is when it came down to actually speaking in the oral exam that came with the written portion, I did horrible. And last time, I know for a fact that my teacher gave me kind of like a very generous grading. I don't know if she's going to do it this time, but here's to hoping. So, other than that, it was a lot of fun. The test, genuinely. After I had to walk to the other first building, the building as the furthest building from Kotenyama was where the test was held, and I had to walk back there for my dumb class, my intro, my medicine and healthcare class. We watched the movie Hana-chan's Miso Soup, or Hana's Miso Soup. And Hana, as told in the movie, her name means flower in Japanese. And it's a story about the basically a guy who rarely smiles falls for the girl who tries to make him smile every day. And it's super cute, whatever. She gets breast cancer, and he proposes to her on the spot. And he wants to be like, I want you to live your life to the fullest. I'm going to do whatever just like you've done for me. Okay, super cute premise, whatever. It then goes on to show the Trump. It's all in Japanese, by the way. It then goes on to show the trials, and it goes to show like the difficulty of living and treating cancer, and the kind of the emotional toll versus the emotional and physical toll that it has on a family. She beats cancer. She beats breast cancer, and then she was like, "Oh, turns out I'm pregnant," which is an influx in estrogen, which can actually bring back breast cancer. And she asks everyone, it's like, "Oh, should I have this baby?" And since she's in a Japanese society, they kind of play on that, and it shows the all the sides of kind of like peer pressure. Her husband was like, "I know this is difficult for you, so whatever you decide." And then her dad is actually the one who kind of not forces her, but convinces her to have the kid, even at risk of her own body. Has the kid, names her uh, Hana, Hana-chan, and it's like, oh yeah, you give flowers to the person you love. And he's like, whatever, I'll give flowers to my wife even though she's dying of breast cancer. Turns out, surprise, surprise, breast cancer comes back, whatever. But this topic that we were supposed to, the reason we were watching the movie was we were supposed to assimilate or attempt to assimilate the logic of the cancerous self and having the idea of cancer and peda- pedagogy, pedagogy, ped- bleh. Basically your biological needs. Kind of, that's like your basic biological needs. Um, biopedagogy. Biopedagogy is the term. And does that relate to the main character? Not the wife with breast cancer. It's actually the husband who's the main character. So we're supposed to relate it to the main character, to Sheen, I believe his name is. Uh, and that was the class. That was the entire test. I brought my laptop, and unfortunately, I have completely ruined my laptop. I had it plugged in for way too long in like the first couple months that I had it, and now my battery is absolute dog water. So I didn't bring my charger to the class. And you think you know where this is going, but it's not. I finished the essay, 4 pages that I was writing, and the mind map that I had to tag along with it. Turned it in before the movie was over, and got an A. Easy A. Easy A. I will say that the movie was it was pretty sad. I'm not gonna say why, but yeah, I don't know. It's a J family movie, Japanese family movie. No, watch it. Go ahead. It's probably free somewhere. Saturday and Sunday were pretty. Actually, okay, hold on. Back up. Back up. Friday night, I went with a friend of mine, and we got this a bus ticket, which is good because I need one of those, and I know where I'm going to meet now. I know where I'm going to be heading when I need to get my bus and all my luggage, which is hazardously sprinkled around my room. Uh, and my friend and I, we went. She showed me where we meet for the buses. Showed me where I need to go for the city hall. I need to turn in a residence form. I change a residence form, and then we had dinner, which was very nice. And then I actually got to help her study for an English test, which was weird. I had a very odd sense of pride. I've never taught English to someone who I held in higher esteem than myself. Um, I've never taught anyone English before, aside from a child. Toddlers who don't listen to you. So I was helpful. That was cool. That was a good feeling. Um, Saturday, I went back down. Turns out that these people don't actually do it on Saturday, even though the city hall kind of security guards said that they did Friday night when we checked. Cool. So I had to wait all the way through Saturday. Didn't do anything on Saturday. Couldn't do anything on Sunday either, except for kind of just hang out here. I packed some of my stuff up and do that to a box behind me. I got some more. Just well, I did laundry on Sunday too. I don't know. That's not that exciting though. Well, I gotta get rid of this on my laptop. Go away. Um, Sunday kind of again breezed past, which is why I wanted to record today. After some things had happened, more immediately interesting. But by the time Monday rolls around, is I'm again didn't have to get up super early, but I did get up early enough where I could go down to the city hall, and I got that turned in. I actually met up with someone that I was in a class with, a class that I dropped because it was dumb, but regardless. And we went down together, got the thing turned in. Unfortunately, I had some of the things on my paper wrong, which is unfortunate because they had on one section they had they had year, month, day listed, and I put the eighth. I put August for whatever reason. Oh no, that's not true. I just realized the lady down there messed it up. because on the tab it said date that you arrived. That's why I wrote the 8th. The 8th month. Interesting. That explains why I wrote that instead of December. Um, but then in the other section, it had me flop them. So I was like, "Oh, you doing this?" So whatever. It took me longer to get out of there than I cared to admit. But it's done, and now my resident change is official. I am no longer a resident of Japan, which is weird to think that I ever was one. And then I just came back up here and came back up to upper campus. And sorry, I just got an email from housing because I've been checking my housing portal and they don't have it. I don't exist. Whatever. Um, Came back up here and actually got to study a little bit for my test that I had today. I had my quiz for Myths and Monsters around 3 o'clock today. There were Pokemon questions. I got most of my questions actually pretty right. I think I only missed 5 of the multiple choice questions because it was a digital test. There are some of them that I got right, and then there was still a whole bunch of extra credit questions and the essay questions to be scored yet. So, lucky me. So what's mostly what I've done today is just nothing and a test. So, what I will say is I met up with my RA, and he gave me this little sticker. Well, this is my UE card, which makes me look like a thug. But he gave me a little sticker, which means that I can turn this card in to the CIE tomorrow after I wake up from my online grammar test on Zoom. Can't remember that. I have an alarm set already. It's fine. But 9:15, I have about a 5 minute worth of test for grammar, which I'm not too worried about because there's like 8 particles and you really can't mess it up that bad. You have ga for arimas, imas, and ski and kire. You have ga, ni mo, de, to, o, and to. There's a bunch of combinations of some of them, but there's only so many that I know that I can mess up on. If I just have them like written on my fingers in pen, just kind of one by one, cross them out. Um, I will say today though, at the very beginning of this semester, I bought chicken nuggets. I ate them today, at least some of them. I'm not sick because they were frozen inside my freezer. Like I had to like chip away at ice to get them out of my freezer. They're fine. They're delicious. Taste like chicken nuggets. It's the first time I had chicken nuggets in like years. Uh, I also realized that stir fry noodles, the super kind of savory ones, is just regular old spaghetti and a lot of soy sauce. You know how I know that? It's because I have regular old spaghetti noodles and a lot of soy sauce. And I've been experimenting. And I actually have figured out the kind of runny egg thing. Like, like it makes a little pocket of egg. And you cut it open and have the melty splooge of just egg. It's pretty tasty, actually, especially on stir fry noodles that I've concocted on my lonesome. Yeah, but that's what I had for lunch and dinner today. Not okay. Well, stir fry noodles and then chicken nuggets. I ate like half the bag. It's a small bag. And I put it back in the freezer though because they were getting soft. So. But tomorrow, again, test. I also get to return my thing to CIE, which gets me my deposit back, which is also super neat because that means is I have a little more spending money for spending for food. So because the only thing that I have left in terms of food is like 6 eggs and one serving of noodles, and then the rest of the chicken nuggets. So if I can draw out that for 5 more days, 4,000 yen should do it. I really should be fine. But it's just like the getting closer and closer to the. Ugh. It's just cash. That's really the only thing that I'm having trouble with. Is I just don't want to spend. I don't want to keep transferring to get like I have the other card and stuff, but then it's then everybody accepts card, so I keep having to withdraw cash. So, because that's what's biting me. Is just if I most of the places that I've gone have accepted the card. That's now that I'm rethinking it, I really am fine with money. I'm not pressed for money. It's just I prefer using cash because in my head everyone likes cash here more than card. So I'm trying to give them cash instead of the card. And I have 100, 200 yen worth of coins, just coins. 200 and some change. I have, I believe, nine. So I have 105s, 101s. Yeah, that's a fun little stack of stuff on my desk. And then I think I have another 36 in ones, and then another 5 times 9, 45 yen. And so I might have like a round total of 30, like 300 yen, just sitting on my desk. The issue is that I can't just give that to anyone. I feel like I have to have a vendetta against a person to give them just under 300 yen, just fives and ones, coins, itty bitty little coins. So I might have to do it. I might have to just suck it up and do it, but I really don't want to because I don't want to look at their eyes and do it. So that it makes me feel bad. But as someone who's worked in an environment that I've had to count coins like that before, I want to murder the person on the other side of the desk. I don't want to be murdered for coins. And it's not like I can give it to a little at a time. It's 300. That's not something small. That's half a meal right there. I can buy one of my noodle cups for that. Not the cups. The pasta salads with that. Yeah, serious stuff. But money. That's soon. Money is soon. And then that also means that I can pay for my package that I'm sending with me. No, before me. Which means that the souvenirs that I've got that I've purchased for the past 5 months will be sent shortly. I think I actually am just going to do it tomorrow because I have to print out the page, which reminds me I have to get the page. I have to print it, which means I have to find it first. Yes, that's what I'll do. So, I'm going to do that right now before I forget again. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. This will be, I believe I'm going to do another one more video. At least two more videos. No, hold on. I have 5 days. I can do like another two videos. One in 2 or 3 days, and then a little small something on my last night, which would be the 18th. Because I don't think I'll have enough time to do it the 18th. The 19th, because I'll be getting up pretty early and getting out of the bus station. I'm not going to be the person who talks on the bus. So I will talk to you later. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Probably. Arigato.